About 4 months ago, we did a review on the Zhiyun Crane version 2. And today, the footage you're seeing right now is recorded on the brand new Zhiyun Crane 2. So what are the main differences between the Crane 2 and the Crane 1 version 2? Firstly, it can now take a max payload of 3.2 kilograms, meaning it can take most DSLR kits and mirrorless kits with front-heavy lenses. Secondly, the Crane 2 now has this cool follow focus dial. A noticeable difference between the Crane 2 and the Crane 1 version 2 is its size. It's significantly bigger, and so is the case. The case is also made from a different material to the Crane 1 version 2's case. And one thing you'll notice about the Crane 2, it now has an OLED screen at the back, so you can see what mode you're filming in, as well as some settings as well, depending on what camera you're using. So just some cool features I like about the Crane 2. Firstly, the USB port. The USB port unlocks a whole list of features depending on what camera you plug into it. For example, right now we've got the Canon 5D Mark IV plugged into it, which allows you to view and adjust your aperture, shutter speed, and ISO. Lastly, when plugged into a 5D3 or a 5D4, you can use the follow focus dial on the Crane 2 to follow focus. However, for cameras such as Sony and Panasonic, you don't get the feature of follow focus as of yet, as they haven't allowed their USB ports to do focusing. However, you get different features, such as being able to zoom and charging your camera. If you enjoyed the battery life on the Crane 1 version 2, you'll be happy with the Crane 2's battery life. It now uses 3 batteries of high capacity and can last up to 18 hours. Realistically, based on your use, we reckon it will last about 12 to 13 hours. To save your gear from being damaged, the Zhiyun Crane 2 has a soft power down feature. Secondly, if you're running a compact mirrorless system, such as the Sony a6000, you'll need to add some extra weight to it, as it won't work on the Crane 2. You can do this by adding a quick release system at the bottom of the camera. And lastly, one of the most annoying things is the instruction manual that you get with the Crane 2 is predominantly in Chinese and the English is terrible. So if you have any questions, make sure to browse online or pop them in the comments below and I can answer any questions you have about it. In comparison to the DJI Ronin, the price on the Crane 2 is fantastic and you get almost identical quality. So if you're looking for a good solution without breaking the bank too much, we definitely recommend the Zhiyun Crane version 2. In conclusion, the Zhiyun Crane 2 is a brilliant gimbal stabilizer solution for anyone on a budget or who have never used a gimbal stabilizer before. It's easy to set up, you get amazing cinematic footage, and best of all, it takes DSLRs and mirrorless cameras. It is heavy as it's a one-handed gimbal stabilizer for such big systems, so your wrist will feel it after a bit. Make sure to have a rest or use 2 hands whilst you're filming. If you have any questions or any inquiries about the Crane 2, make sure to pop them in the comments below. If you liked our video, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on our next video. Hello. Goodbye.